I sit in my car, engine humming softly. The cold seeps through the windows, sharper now. Christmas lights blink in the distance, mocking me. I rest my hands on the steering wheel and breathe. The silence feels heavy, almost alive. I open my phone and scroll through my notes. Numbers fill the screen like tiny accusations. Mortgage payments, medical bills, tuition fees. Every line tells a story of sacrifice. Over $30,000 in 3 years. Money sent with love, not expectation. But love had turned into currency. I remember the phone calls. The desperate tone in Kai's voice. Just until next month, I promise. The same promise every time. Mom's sighs about the leaking roof. Dad's quiet gratitude that faded too fast. I thought helping them meant belonging. Now I see it meant dependence. My generosity became their habit. Their comfort grew, while my trust eroded. I glance at the gifts in the backseat. Each one chosen with care and hope. Each one now meaningless. I feel the sting of tears, but I don't cry. Not tonight. The past plays in fragments behind my eyes. The birthday I paid for. The vacation I canceled. The time I wired money for a hospital emergency. There was never a hospital bill. Only silence after the transfer. I wanted to believe the best in them. I confused obligation with love. Maybe I was afraid of being alone. Maybe I thought family meant forgiveness without question. But love without respect becomes debt. And I've been paying for years. The dashboard clock blinks 7:43 p.m. Dinner must be starting by now. I can almost hear the clinking of glasses. The laughter that excludes my name. I imagine my seat empty at the table. Would anyone notice? Or would they just pass the gravy and move on? I grip the steering wheel tighter. I think of Dad's quiet face on the porch. He didn't speak. He didn't stop them. Maybe silence is easier than truth. I scroll again, seeing the totals blur together. 11,000 for Kai's mortgage help. 3,000 for the kids' camps. 75 every week for piano lessons. I gave them choices I never gave myself. And what did I receive? A closed door on Christmas Eve. I laugh quietly, bitter and tired. Maybe this is my fault. Maybe I taught them how to use me. The realization burns, but it also frees me. I start the car, headlights cutting through the snow. I don't know where I'm going yet, but I know I won't stay parked in their shadow. For the first time in years, I feel something real. Not guilt. Not fear. Just clarity. The kind that comes when you finally stop pretending that love is payment. The house glows at the end of the street. Warm light spills through the curtains. I park again, heart pounding against my ribs. I shouldn't be here, but I can't drive away. My breath fogs as I step into the cold. Each step crunches on frozen gravel. The same path I walked as a child. Back then, the door always opened. Tonight, it closed on me. I reach for the handle and turn it slowly. Unlocked. I step inside. The smell of roast turkey fills the air. Voices float from the living room, casual and calm. They're already eating. I stand in the doorway, unseen for a moment. Then Mom looks up, startled, her fork freezing midair. "Lynn," she whispers. Her tone is sharp, not warm. I walk closer, the weight of silence behind me. "I just want to understand," I say softly. Kai leans back on the couch, smirking. "You made your choice," he says. I stare at him, disbelief turning to anger. "My choice," I echo. "You told me not to come." He shrugs, eyes glued to his phone. "Nobody told you to leave." The words cut deep. Dad stands near the kitchen, glass in hand. He doesn't meet my eyes. The Christmas tree sparkles in the corner. The china set gleams on the table I once helped unpack. Everything looks perfect. Except me. I take a breath that trembles on the way out. You said family helps each other, I begin. Mom nods quickly, eager to end the tension. That's what family does. Then tell me, I say. When was the last time anyone helped me? The room goes still. Kai's smile fades. Mom looks down at her plate. Dad clears his throat, murmuring something about hard times. I step closer, my voice calm but firm. I've paid your taxes. I've covered medical bills. I've sent money every month. No one interrupts. Yet tonight, you couldn't even open the door. Mom whispers, "You've changed." Yes, I say. I finally stopped believing love means debt. Kai slams his phone down, eyes flashing. Don't twist things. We're struggling, and you're selfish. The word selfish lands like a slap. I laugh quietly, bitter and tired. Funny, I say. Because selfish people don't lose sleep over other people's rent. He stands up, taller, louder. You think money makes you better. No, I reply. But it's the only thing that's ever made me worthy here. Mom gasps, tears glistening in her eyes. Don't say that. Then prove me wrong. No one moves. No one speaks. The silence feels heavier than snow. I pick up my bag and turn to the door. I hope dinner's good, I whisper. Outside, the cold air hits me like truth. Behind me, laughter fades into distance. The night is quiet again. This time, I don't wait for anyone to call my name. I walk away without looking back. The city is silent the next morning. Snow gathers on my balcony like unspoken words. I sit at my kitchen table, staring at untouched coffee. My phone lights up every few minutes. Messages flood in from relatives. Family should stay together. Your mother is heartbroken. They say success has changed you. I scroll through them, numb. No one asks what really happened. No one asks how it felt to be shut out. It's easier to blame the one who walked away. I place the phone face down, breathing slowly. The silence presses against my chest. For years, I've been the problem solver. The one who never said no. Now I am the villain in their story. The ache sits heavy but familiar. I thought distance would bring peace. Instead, it brings noise from every direction. A notification buzzes again. This one is different. A message from I'm sorry for what happened, it reads. I didn't agree with them. The kids miss you. My throat tightens. The words feel like sunlight breaking through clouds. I reply quickly, fingers trembling. I miss them too. This isn't about them. I know, she types back. It never was. I stare at the screen until the letters blur. For the first time since that night, I cry. Not out of weakness, but release. The tears wash away the shame I've carried too long. Later, I open my laptop and scroll through my old records. Transfers, receipts, screenshots of conversations. Each one proof of what I tried to ignore. I was buying their love. And they were selling it without guilt. The pattern stretches back years. Each crisis followed by gratitude. Each favor followed by silence. I type their names into a spreadsheet. Mom, Dad, Kai. Dates, amounts, reasons. The numbers rise like a mountain I never saw forming. I add the totals, staring at the final sum. $35,000. I whisper it aloud like a confession. The sound feels unreal in my quiet apartment. I close the laptop, exhaling slowly. Outside, carolers sing faintly from the street below. Their voices drift through the glass, soft and distant. The melody hurts and heals at the same time. I light a small candle on the counter. The flame flickers, reflecting in the window. Maybe this is what healing looks like. Not revenge. Not forgiveness. Just clarity. A message notification blinks again. This time from an unknown number. Why are you punishing your parents? I delete it without reading further. I no longer owe explanations. Not for choosing peace. Not for choosing myself. I sit back, watching the candle burn lower. The night outside feels endless. But for the first time, I sense a beginning hiding inside the silence. A beginning that belongs entirely to me. The call comes on a Tuesday morning. A number I don't recognize flashes across the screen. "This is First National Bank," the voice says. "Someone tried to access your accounts yesterday." My stomach drops, ice spreading through my chest. "Who was it?" I ask, already knowing the answer. "I can't disclose that," the clerk replies gently. "But they claim to be an authorized family member." I thank her, hang up, and sit frozen for a moment. The coffee in my cup has gone cold. My brother's face rises in my mind. The same calm expression he wore at dinner. The quiet confidence of someone who always gets away. I open my computer and pull up my accounts. Everything looks intact, but my trust is gone. The betrayal feels sharp, like glass under skin. I message Mai, asking if she's noticed anything strange. Her reply is instant. "He's been acting nervous lately," she writes. "Always hiding his phone. I think something's wrong." A heaviness settles in my chest. The puzzle pieces begin to move. Each lie, each excuse, each missing dollar. It all leads back to the same place. I contact a lawyer named Kwan. His voice is calm, deliberate, steady. We meet at a small cafe downtown. He listens while I talk, his eyes kind but focused. When I slide the folder across the table, he nods slowly. Receipts, transfers, notes. Years of proof in neat rows. He opens it carefully, flipping through each page. "You've been documenting this for a long time," he says. "I had to," I reply. "Otherwise, no one would believe me." He leans back, thoughtful. "I'll contact his wife," he says. "We'll find the truth." 2 days later, Mai calls me. Her voice trembles through the phone. "Lynn, I found something," she whispers. "Bank statements, accounts I didn't know existed." I drive to her house, my heart racing the whole way. She meets me at the door, eyes red from crying. On the table sits a stack of printed pages, each one filled with transactions in Kai's name. Hotel stays, gambling sites, designer stores. My name appears again and again in the deposit column. He took my money. Not for family. Not for the kids. For himself. Mai covers her face, sobbing quietly. "I'm so sorry," she says. "I didn't know." I place a hand on her shoulder. "You don't need to apologize," I whisper. We both believed the same lie. That night, I file a formal fraud report. I sign the papers with steady hands. The investigator promises to begin immediately. When I leave the bank, the city feels different. The air sharper, the sky higher. It isn't freedom yet, but it's the first breath of it. I walk home slowly, phone buzzing with missed calls. I don't answer. Not tonight. Some doors need to stay closed, no matter who knocks. The knock comes at exactly 6 o'clock. I pause, spoon in hand, soup still simmering on the stove. 3 familiar silhouettes wait beyond the frosted glass. My mother. My father. And Kai. I almost don't open the door. But curiosity wins. "Surprise," Mom says, her voice too bright. She holds a casserole dish wrapped in foil. Dad clutches a small gift bag awkwardly. Kai stands empty-handed, eyes restless. I step aside without a word. They move inside, as if they still belong here. The smell of my home changes immediately. Mom heads straight for the kitchen. Dad lowers himself into my favorite chair. Kai circles the room, scanning every corner. "You've redecorated," he says flatly. "Yes," I reply. "I needed a fresh start." Mom forces a laugh that doesn't reach her eyes. "We've missed you, Lynn." Dad nods solemnly. "Family should stay together." I fold my arms, leaning against the wall. What is this really about? Kai stops packing, exhales dramatically. I lost my job last week, he says. His tone aims for humble but misses. Just a rough patch, I'll bounce back soon. Mom adds quickly, he just needs a little help. Dad mutters, marble isn't helping matters either. Kai's jaw tightens. She's been unstable lately. The word sends a chill through me. I walk to my desk without responding. I've been expecting this visit, I say quietly. They all freeze as I open a leather folder. I prepared something for you. I spread out color-coded sheets on the table. Rows of numbers. Dates. Payments. $35,000 in 3 years. Kai's face drains of color. Mom blinks rapidly. Dad looks at the floor. And this, I continue, sliding another page forward. Hotel receipts, same days you claimed business trips. Kai's voice cracks. You went through my accounts. No, I say calmly. My showed me the truth. His hands curl into fists. She's lying. She's free, I correct, and the kids are safe. Mom gasps, clutching her chest. You had no right. I had every right to stop the cycle, I interrupt. My money goes to their education now. Not your gambling debts. The silence is deafening. Kai steps forward, desperate. I'll pay you back, I swear. You can't, I say softly. You already spent it. Mom begins to cry. Dad's shoulders sag under invisible weight. This isn't us, he whispers. It's always been us, I answer. I hand him an envelope. Inside is my promise to pay your taxes directly. But no more money for him. Kai lunges for it, but Dad stops him. He scans the paper, eyes widening. You can't do this, Kai sputters. I walk to the door and open it wide. I already did. He stares at me, face twisted with disbelief. I reach behind the entry table and hold out a small package. For you, I say quietly. He unwraps it slowly. A framed photo of his children smiles back at him. A note beneath reads, they deserve better, be better. No one speaks. They leave without looking back. When the door closes, the silence feels different. Not empty. Just clean. For the first time, my home belongs entirely to me. 3 months pass before I realize how quiet peace can be. The city feels softer now, like it's exhaling with me. I wake early, sunlight spilling across my studio desk. The second bedroom has become my workspace. Dual monitors glow beside sketches and color palettes. My new business cards read, Linh Design Studio. For once, my name stands alone without apology. The calendar on the wall is color-coded with purpose. Green for clients, blue for rest, yellow for the art classes I teach downtown. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I guide teenagers through design basics. They remind me why creation matters more than approval. Their laughter fills the room, bright and unfiltered. One boy named Jamal once said, "You make art feel safe." I carried that sentence home like a medal. The walls of my studio are no longer empty. They hold drawings, thank you notes, and fragments of hope. Life has weight again, but it's the kind that lifts you. One Wednesday evening, my phone rings. Mom's name flashes across the screen. I hesitate before answering. Her voice trembles on the other end. The upstairs pipe burst, she says. Water everywhere. Your father made it worse. The old ache tries to rise, but I breathe through it. That sounds stressful, I reply gently. I know a reliable plumber in your area. I pull up the number, calm and certain. I can call him and pay the bill directly. There's a pause long enough to feel like a test. Wouldn't it be easier if you just sent the money? She asks. No, Mom, I say, steady but kind. This way works better for me. Silence stretches, then she sighs softly. I suppose that's fine. When we hang up, my heart is still. No guilt. No panic. Just balance. Friday evening, I host dinner for friends. Rachel brings wine. Tom from next door brings laughter. 2 women from my art class bring homemade bread. We fill the small apartment with warmth and easy talk. No one keeps score. No one expects repayment. Halfway through the meal, Rachel raises her glass. To chosen family, she says, eyes shining. The ones who show up because they want to. We clink glasses, and I feel something shift inside. Not sadness. Not relief. Just belonging. Later, when everyone's gone, I sit by the window. Outside, the city glows with early spring light. I open my old spreadsheet one last time. The title still reads, Family Financial Support. I scroll to the bottom and add a final entry. Plumber's bill, paid directly. Then I rename the file, Lessons Learned. I close the laptop, letting the past fold into silence. Tomorrow, I'll fly to visit Mai and the kids. Their new apartment is small but bright. Our video calls are filled with laughter again. As I pack, I glance at the framed photo on my shelf. The children smiling in sunlight. Underneath, a note in my handwriting, love without losing yourself. The words finally feel true. The plane hums softly beneath me. Clouds drift like folded paper across the sky. I close my eyes and think of everything I've left behind. The porch. The door that didn't open. The silence that used to hurt. Now it feels distant, like a story I once knew. The woman staring out this window isn't the same. She carries fewer things, but more truth. Below, the city shrinks into memory. Ahead, new colors wait to be drawn. When the plane lands, Mai and the children wave from the gate. Their smiles break the last shadow inside me. I kneel as they run into my arms. Their laughter fills the air like forgiveness. We drive toward their new home, small and sunlit. The future smells like fresh paint and freedom. That night, I write one sentence in my notebook. Some doors must close so others can open. I place the pen down and breathe deeply. Outside, stars scatter across the quiet sky. This time, I don't wish for anything. Because everything I need is already here.